Attention passionate Kansas City Chiefs fans. Latest news. Something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Kansas City Chiefs' path to another Super Bowl run. A power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Kansas City Chiefs fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Kansas City Chiefs fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you've noticed that the AFC West is heating up in a way that no one could have predicted just a few months ago. And the Kansas City Chiefs, as always, remain at the center of this storm. But, hey, let's talk about what's going on with the Miami Dolphins. Because it's not just about them losing pieces. It's about what it says for the entire division. And, of course, what it could mean for Kansas City. Recently, Miami made some pretty bold moves, trading away two key players. All-Pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey and tight end Jonnu Smith. Now, these aren't just minor losses. These are significant shifts that send ripples across the league. Jalen Ramsey, for those who might not be fully tuned in, is one of the best defensive backs in the game. An elite corner who's been a shutdown defender for years. Ramsey's presence on the field can completely change the complexion of a secondary. So, when the Dolphins decided to part ways with him, citing mutual disagreements, it sent shockwaves through NFL circles. And for what it's worth, it's a clear sign that Miami's management is making some tough, perhaps even controversial, decisions. As for Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his departure is a bit more about contractual disputes. Smith, who's shown flashes of brilliance in the past, has been caught in the typical NFL saga, wanting a better deal, feeling underappreciated, and now he's out. These moves, although they might seem like routine roster adjustments, tell us something more profound. They suggest a team that's willing to shake things up, maybe even reset, in pursuit of a different kind of strategy. But here's where it gets interesting for us Chiefs fans. Amid all this upheaval in Miami, one name keeps popping up. Tyreek Hill. Yes, that Tyreek Hill, the electrifying receiver who made his mark in Kansas City and became a franchise legend with his speed, his game-changing plays, and his infectious energy. Hill, as we know, is now a Miami Dolphin. And while he's been mostly diplomatic in public, his social media activity has been anything but. Recently, after the Dolphins traded Ramsey, Hill posted a meme from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, the iconic scene where Will Smith is standing alone in an empty house at the end of the series. The meme, coupled with a crying emoji, was a clear sign of sentimentality, maybe even frustration. Now, I want to pause here for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Kansas City Chiefs news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead. It's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. You see, Hill's reaction, his subtle yet poignant post, has sparked a lot of buzz among Chiefs fans and NFL analysts alike. It's almost as if he's sending a message, a plea, or maybe a longing to return to Kansas City. The fans, of course, picked up on this right away. Comments flooded in. "Time to come home," said one fan, while another joked about Hill returning on a veteran minimum deal. Even the oddsmakers at DraftKings started to flirt with the idea, hinting that maybe, just maybe, Hill could find his way back to the Chiefs. But let's be real here. As romantic as that sounds, it's not exactly easy for the Chiefs to make it happen. First off, the financials. Hill's cap hit this year is a hefty $27 million. And Kansas City's current cap space is around $10 million. So, even if they wanted to bring him back, they'd have to get creative with contracts, restructures, or perhaps some clever cap maneuvers. Plus, there's the matter of roster priorities. The Chiefs are in the midst of planning their future, and they have some critical contracts on the horizon, especially with Trey Smith, the offensive guard who's expected to become one of the highest-paid linemen in the league. His extension is a priority, and it's expected to take a big chunk of the cap space. And let's not forget the other weapons Patrick Mahomes has at his disposal. Kansas City's receiver corps is deep and talented. They've got Xavier Worthy, a burner who's shown flashes of brilliance, Hollywood Brown, the speedy veteran who can stretch the field, and Rashee Rice, an exciting rookie who's already drawing comparisons to some of the league's best. If these guys stay healthy, the Chiefs' passing attack could be just as explosive as ever, perhaps even more so because of the depth and versatility they now possess. So, what does all this mean for the Chiefs? Well, first and foremost, it underscores their strategic focus. Winning another Super Bowl, the franchise has been on a remarkable run over the past few seasons, with Patrick Mahomes leading the charge, and Andy Reid crafting some of the most innovative offensive schemes in NFL history. The goal remains clear: continue building a team that can compete at the highest level, regardless of who's on the roster. That said, the possibility of a reunion with Hill, while tantalizing, remains unlikely in the short term. The front office is pragmatic, and they know that making a splash like that isn't just about sentiment. It's about cap space, team chemistry, and long-term planning. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this situation with Miami, the moves they're making, the players they're losing, it's a sign that the AFC West is evolving. The Broncos are rebuilding, the Raiders are in flux, and the Chargers are trying to find consistency. The Chiefs, meanwhile, are quietly positioning themselves to stay on top. Their roster, led by Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, and a host of talented young players, is still among the best in the league. But it's also a reminder that no team stays dominant forever. The NFL is a league of adaptation, and the teams that can pivot quickly and make smart moves are the ones that will stay at the top. For Chiefs fans, this is both exciting and nerve-wracking. It's exciting because your team is still in the hunt, still a Super Bowl contender, and still led by one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. But it's also nerve-wracking because the landscape is shifting around them. The Dolphins, for instance, might be losing some key pieces, but they're also still a formidable opponent, especially with their offensive firepower. The Chiefs need to stay sharp, keep developing their younger players, and remain flexible in their game plans. It's about maintaining that championship mindset, no matter what the division or the league throws at them. And speaking of the division, the AFC West is shaping up to be one of the most competitive in recent memory. The Broncos are expected to bounce back with a new coaching staff and a revamped roster. The Raiders are in a critical phase, trying to find stability after some tumultuous seasons. And the Chargers, with Justin Herbert at the helm, are always lurking, ready to take that next step. The Chiefs, as reigning champions, will need to navigate this landscape carefully, leveraging their experience, their talent, and their relentless drive for excellence. They've proven time and again that they can adapt, that they can overcome adversity, and that they can find a way to keep their Super Bowl aspirations alive. In the end, the focus for Kansas City remains the same: stay hungry, stay disciplined, and keep pushing forward. The NFL is unpredictable, and every offseason brings new surprises. But if there's one thing we know for sure, It's that the Kansas City Chiefs are still a powerhouse. They have the talent, the leadership, and the desire to chase another Lombardi trophy. Whether or not Tyreek Hill makes a surprise return is still up in the air. But what's certain is that the team is already built to compete, to fight, and to win. So, Chiefs fans, keep your eyes on the prize. Stay optimistic but grounded, because the season is just around the corner. The AFC West is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling divisions in recent memory. And your team, the Kansas City Chiefs, are right in the thick of it. We'll be bringing you all the latest updates, analysis, and inside scoops. So make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned, because this story, this incredible journey, is far from over, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds, especially for our beloved Chiefs. Remember, the road to another Super Bowl is paved with challenges, but if there's a team that knows how to overcome them, it's Kansas City. So, buckle up, Chiefs fans, because this season promises to be one of the most exciting and competitive in recent memory. And no matter what happens, we're all in this together, cheering for our team, our city, and our dreams of another Lombardi trophy. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video with more updates, insights, and everything Chiefs related. Stay passionate, stay proud, and let's go, Kansas City!